prove B then A, we have not C or D, then not B, 2 is not C, then D, then A. Okay. So we look for what we're trying to prove. B then A, we don't see it. We don't see its opposite and an antecedent. So then I start thinking about my favorite way of getting conditionals, and that's this. B antecedent then blank, blank then consequent. Okay? And then I put them together by hypothetical syllogism. Do I have a B then blank? Nope. Do I have a blank then A? I do, right there, blank then A. Okay? I asked, do I have a B then blank? And I said no, because I have a blank then a not B. But we have a rule that lets us, for conditionals, switch antecedent and consequent. So we're going to use that rule. And remember, when we switch the places, they switch their signs, as it were. Okay, so not B would become B then, and this whole thing gets a not attached to it. Not C or D. That comes from 1 by transposition. Okay, so now we have a B then blank, then a blank then A. The problem is the blanks don't match. Everybody see that? Okay, so I need to make this match that, or vice versa, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I want you to think about line 2, and I want you to think about just inside here, C then D. I'm gonna convert the C then D into its equivalent OR. So if I did material implication on this, it would become not C or D, and everything else we have to keep the same. And so this is what we get from 2 after doing implication on just that part. Does everybody understand? And now this looks exactly like that, so I can use this strategy. I'm going to do the hypothetical syllogism, and I get B, then A, 3, 4, HS, and we're done. That was 13. Not F or D is what we have to prove. 1 is not C and B, then D. 2 is F, then not C and B. Well, we don't have that. We don't have its opposite in an antecedent and everything. But one thing I'm going to remember is this. This is an OR, and if I changed it to an if-then by implication, not F would become F, and this would be changed to a then, and that would stay the same. So F then D. And I don't see F then D, but I could look for this, F then blank and blank then D. And if I had that, I could put them together. Guess what I have? I have those two parts, so I'll put them together, and then I'll go back to that. So F, then D from 1 to hypothetical syllogism, and then I'm going to do implication going backwards. I'm going to change the then to an OR, so not F or D from 3, implication, done. Okay. is the last one we'll do for today. H and A or H and B. 2 is not A and B or C, and 3 is not H. Did I write this down right? C, H and A, or H and B.
A, then or B.
Oh. Yeah. That makes a big difference. Okay. We gotta get to C. Okay. So, C can be had from 2 if I end up with A or B, okay? And I don't see A or B anywhere, but notice that I have H spread across this OR. In other words, it's been distributed. So I'm gonna do distribution backwards and see what happens. So I get H, and remember this is the minor operator and this is the major one, so the minor becomes the major, so it'll be H and A or B. Okay? And that's from 1 by distribution going backwards, okay? So, what am I after? I'm after C, so I need this, which is right here. I need to get it by itself. It's in a conjunction, so it's easy enough to get. Can it simplify? No, it's gotta be on the left side, so I have to do this first, A or B and H from 4 by simplification. Then I can say A or B from 5 by simplification. Oh, this is column. Why did I say simplification? Column, okay? So now I have this, and now look at 2 and 6. I can do a disjunctive syllogism, and I get C from 2, 6 dx. Okay. Let me say one other thing before I forget, because this is terribly important when you're doing the test, and that is this. Do not leave a problem blank, okay? You can try to work these out on scratch paper, and then when you solve it, put your answer down, how you solved it, okay? Do not leave a problem blank. I will give you partial credit up to half credit on a problem if you do a sufficient number of legal steps, even though you don't get to the solution. Does everybody understand that? Sometimes you just don't see your way to the solution. But if you can show me that you know how to use the rules legally, and let's suppose that the proof requires 8 steps. If you give me 4 legal steps, even though you haven't gotten to the conclusion, I'm gonna give you half credit on the problem. Does everybody understand that? So, thou shalt not leave a problem blank. You're gonna do some legal crap, even if it's not going anywhere, just to get some part. This is just like the first law of chemistry. What's the first law of chemistry? Convert to moles and hope for partial credit, right? So, legal moves, hope for partial credit if you don't solve the problem. Okay, so that's enough for today. If you didn't sign the the participation sheet, come sign it. Otherwise, I will see you on Tuesday. Please be safe and sane tonight as you frolic around.